Master of Business Administration Executive, Master of Education in Guidance and Counseling and Sociology and Education, Master of
Chancellor.
Yes, that is not other than how it is. By the authority vested in me and the chancellor, I confer for you all the professional master's degrees of Botany Hall University, LFA, in the various programs of the faculties of administration, clinical sciences, education, law, governmental design, conventional improvement technology, approved and design of solutions to purpose.
Bow to the chancellor, put on your caps with the tassel to the right. Take your seats. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Chancellor, sir. The persons whose names are listed in the brochure having fulfilled the requirements of the statute and the regulations of Obafemi Law University Medicine, and having been embodied both in character and learning, which to be received as graduates of the university, holding the Master of Arts and Master of Science degrees of Obafemi Law University. I will now call on the provost postgraduate college to present the graduate. Will the graduate for the degrees of Master of Science and Master of Arts, Master of Science in Education, and Master of Arts in Education in the faculties of Administration, Agriculture, Basic Medical Sciences, Clinical Sciences, Education, Environmental Design and Management, Pharmacy, Science, Social Sciences, and Technology, please stand. The provost.
In the name of the authority of civics, I present to you the following candidates, those present and those honorably absent, whose names appear on the list, and for whom I stand proxy for the conferment of degrees of Masters of Arts in English Language, Economics, Literature and English, Music, Religious Studies, and Yoruba Language and Literature, Master of Arts in Education and Adult Education, Master of Science in Accounting, Agricultural Economics, Animal Sciences, Applied Geology, Biochemistry, Biosystematics, Business Administration, Chemical Engineering, Chemistry, Civil Engineering, Construction Management, Demography and Social Statistics, Economics, Electronics and Electrical Engineering, Environmental Control and Management, Estate Management, Food Science and Technology, Gender and Development Studies, Geography, Information Systems, Intelligent Systems Engineering, Local Government and Development Studies, Mathematics, Microbiology, Nursing, Pharmaceutics, Physics, Physiology, Physiotherapy, Public Administration, Public Health, Political Science, Quantity Surveying, Soil Science, Statistics, Technology Management, Urban and Regional Planning and Zoology, Master of Science in Education and Physics, and in Zoology, Master of Arts in Education and Early Childhood Education, Educational Administration, Guidance and Counseling, Sociology of Education and Test and Measurement, Master of Public Health of Obafemi Awolowo University.
Yes, I think you're running my day today. There are so many of the congratulations. But the unfortunately, yesterday in May, at the Chancellor, I prefer for you all, we released some Masters of Science, Masters of Arts, Masters of Science and Education, Masters of Arts and Education, Masters of Public Health, Government Honor University, LATE, the various programs in the faculties of Administration, Education, Agriculture, Basic Medical Sciences, Medical Sciences, Environmental Design and Management, Pharmacy, Science and Technology, as approved by the state. Congratulations and God bless you.
Please, don't your caps. Bow to the Chancellor. Put on your caps. And turn the tassel to the left. Congratulations.
Chancellor, sir. The persons whose names are listed in the brochure having fulfilled the requirements of the statutes and the regulations of Obafemi Law University Lagos and having been found worthy both in character and learning, wish to be received as graduates of the university or the Masters of Arts and Master of Science degree, Master of Philosophy in an Arts and Science degree of Obafemi Law University. I will now call on the provost to graduate college to present the graduates.
Now please listen to this instruction. I stand on the authority of the Chancellor to instruct all the graduates here. Please come back to your seats. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria is here seated. The President of the Senate of the Federal Republic is here seated. The Chancellor is seated. The Pro-Chancellor is seated. And everybody is seated here because of you. It will be a granulated insult that they are here because of you and you are going out. The security have been instructed to lock the gates. Please, if you are in your gown, please come and sit down. Final instruction. Thank you.
Will the graduates for the degree of Master of Philosophy in the faculties of Arts, Education, Law, faculties of Agriculture, Environmental Design and Management, Pharmacy, and Science, please stand. Provost.
Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of the Senate, I present to you the following candidates, those present and those on and readily absent, whose names appear on the list, and for whom I stand proxy for the conferment of the Master of Philosophy degrees in Accounting, Architecture, Biochemistry, English Language, Early Childhood Education, Educational Technology, History of Education, Law, Philosophy of Education, and Plant Science of Obafemi Awolowo University.
Confirming the Master of Philosophy and Beliefs by the authority vested in me as the Chancellor, I confer upon you all the degrees of Master of Philosophy of Obafemi University, in the various programs in the Faculty of Arts, Education, Law, Environmental Design, and Management and Science, Management and Science, and approved by the Senate. Congratulations, and God bless you.
Please stop your caps. Bow to the Chancellor. Put on your caps. Turn the tassel to the left. Congratulations.
Chancellor, sir. The persons who will be represented having fulfilled the requirements of the statutes and regulations of Obafemi Awolowo University Leafy, and having been found worthy both in character and learning, wish to be received as graduates of the university, holding the Doctor of Philosophy (DAT) degrees of their various programs in their various faculties. I therefore call upon the provost of the postgraduate college to present the graduate. Will the graduate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Faculty of Administration, Arts, Agriculture, Basic Medical Sciences, Clinical Sciences, Education, Environmental Design and Management, Law, Pharmacy, Science, Social Sciences, and Technology, please stand.
Chancellor, sir, in the name and by the authority of Senate, I'm presenting you the following candidates, those present and those unavoidably absent, whose names appear on the list, and for whom I shall stand proceed for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Accounting, Agricultural Economics, Anatomy, Applied Geophysics, Applied Geology, Architecture, Biochemistry, Business Administration, Chemistry, Curriculum Studies, Early Childhood Education, Ecology and Environmental Science, Economics, Educational Administration, Educational Technology, English Language, Guidance and Counseling, Health, Physics and Economics, History, Intelligent Systems Engineering, International Relations, Law, Local Government and Development Studies, Microbiology, Music, Nuclear Science and Engineering, Nursing, Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Pharmacology, Philosophy, Philosophy Education, Physics, Physiotherapy, Phytomedicine, Plant Science, Public Administration, Public Health, Quantity Surveying, Plant Science, Sociology and Anthropology, Statistics, Technology Management and Urban and Regional Planning and Urban Literature of Obafemi Awolowo University in Leafy.
Just tell you that this, I think the most likely to forget to in this university. You are very lucky, and the first set they are allowed to go with your ground free of charge. Congratulations. Conferment of Doctor of Philosophy is by the authority listed in me as the Chancellor. I confer upon you all the place of Doctor of Philosophy of Obafemi Awolowo University, Leafy, in the various programs in the faculties of Administration, Agriculture, Basic Medical Sciences, Clinical Sciences, Education, Environmental Design and Management, Law, Pharmacy, Science, Social Sciences, and Technology, as approved by the Senate. Congratulations and God bless you.
Doff your caps, bow to the Chancellor, put on your caps, turn the tassel to the left, and as I call your names, you leave your seat and proceed to shake hands with the Chancellor. Doctor of Administration, Doctor of Philosophy in Accounting, Ekundayo Francis Olayemi, Olabi Ogungbega Zahir, Adekoya Olufemi, Akọ̀wé Ganiat Rọlápọ̀. business administration, organization, the graduate, the during time, and the Sunday, Mercy, and the Ola, Michael, and the University, Magdalene, Water Philosophy, International Relations, Muhammad Shepherd, Akuchi, and Moses, Water Philosophy, Public Administration, and the Solar, Hungary, Doctor of Philosophy in Port Said.
Aqui! Entendi! Entendi! Stop life.
Doctor of Philosophy in Pharmacology. Sunday, Elisha, Faculty of Technology, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Engineering. Abattoir, Okonola, Simon. Every Amarachi, Adani, Omayani, Orewa, and Kande, Tinaki, Uche, the Mama, Chidinma, Motani, Amina, Adelabola, Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, the Professor, Doctor of Philosophy in Technology Management,
Once again, I'm instructed by the Vice Chancellor to ask us to please remain seated. In the next 10-15 minutes, we are done here. Please.
Toba, Ajayi, Oluwasola, Matthew, Abosomi, Grace, Oluwakemi, Ojo Emmanuel Grace, Doctor of Philosophy in Materials Engineering, Imekwe, Chineye, Apollonia, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, Onifade, Mary, Title, Doctor of Philosophy in Civil Engineering, Ilufowoju, Emmanuel, Olayoju, Opeyemi, Doctor of Philosophy in Food Science and Technology, Oladapo, Ojisola, Aderoke, Doctor of Philosophy in Information Systems, Iwara, Geneva, Doctor of Philosophy in Software Engineering, Hilton, Jinari, Abatune, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, Eyemade, Adegoyi, Isaac, Faculty of Administration, Doctor of Philosophy in Accounting, Eyemade, Kaniat, Doctor of Philosophy in International Relations, Taimo, Oluwatumise, Taiwo, Ademola, Adedeji, Aido, Faculty of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy in Agricultural Extension and Rural Sociology, Adeleke, Akifunde, Faculty of Arts, Doctor of Philosophy in Music, Afe, Adedoke, Elisha, Doctor of Philosophy in Philosophy, Adeyoju, technology management,